Hey, welcome back, everyone. Tom from Quick Avenue Trading. Where's my bloody cigar? Your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. Why I put it back here, I don't know. All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to do everything on one video today. Try to keep it under 10 minutes so you guys can absorb everything. I want to start first with what happened yesterday, and I want to take you over to the euro yen. I told you yesterday that I was going short right around 172.55ish, which is where I actually sold it. I said the break point on the day was 172.18, and the target was down right around 171.65. It did dip a little bit lower, went to 171.35 before the recovery. So had you would have followed that trade, you would have made yourself 100 plus pips on it. And the risk was at 172.85. So a really good rate of return on that. Well, that was yesterday. So let's get into today right now. I also called sterling yen as well, and also euro dollar. Told you euro dollar yesterday. Said that if we broke 116.90, next level of support was 117.70, and I said we could drip down to like, did I say drip? We could drop down to 116.24. We went down a little bit lower than that. And we're going to get into euro dollar right now. So as it stands right now, let's see, we had euro dollar went up to 117.42. We had a nice little recovery. We had a nice little drop down. This was the most important section of the euro dollar chart. This was the last valley down. Marketplace came right into this valley and kind of reversed. So as it stands right now, uh, the the most recent low we got, wow, went down to 162, 162, the figure, huh? Let me get down to a 1 hour chart. Let me see what we're going on here on a 1 hour. Let me just make sure I got my points right. Yeah, I went down to 160, 116.02. All right, so euro dollar, as it stands right now, it's got to hold like 40, 116.40 right now. I'm going to put a level right up there. That's the line today. And then it needs to get through 116.73 short term. If we can recover above the 70 level and hold, euro dollar could see a little bit of a spike move. Not much. I don't see it happening. Let me use my brush. Here's a brush. Um, if we can get a spike up to here and we can hold this point and get through this level, potentially trade up to like 117, say 20 again. And then there's a new look on the euro dollar for today. So your most important point to hold right now is like say 116.40. Don't really have any idea on it. I'm not saying I'm going short, but right now we're up against resistance at 116, say 75.80, and definitely resistance at 116.90. If you're a euro bear, you're going to want to watch price action, what's going on there. All right, let's move over to just another quick look at the euro against the US dollar index. Look at this. US dollar index recovered all through dollar yen, okay? And because of that, the euro dollar fell. But look, it did not break down through an important structural low of 115.80. So it's basically what I would say the euro dollar right now is in a consolidation. All right. Let's move over to good old sterling yen, staple in my book. All right. So look at this. Yesterday said it had to hold 198.75. I was long, I was actually long and I got stopped out on the trade. I was long at 198 60-ish. I sold some at 198 22 when I did the video. It was sitting right at 190 199, I'm sorry, 199 like 22. It was sitting really right around 199.28. And once it broke that level, you know, it pounded down to like the 198.25 level. Now it's recovered. So really, what it has to hold this level right now, 198.75. That's the line in the sand for the day on sterling yen. If it breaks through that point, well, again, we're going to be drifting lower, potentially down into this area of 198.41. If we can get over 199, say 15-ish, Well, we could rally up to say 199.45-ish. There'll be some resistance up there, but again, the line in the sand right now is 198.75. All right, let's go over to good old sterling dollar. This dog with fleas, sterling dollar. All right. Hmm. Really just in consolidation. 134.81 was the point yesterday that I had to hold. It broke down and went down to 134.30. It didn't really trade that much lower. Um, so again, we got to get over one. We can hold above 134.82. All right. And then we got it shot to get back to like 135, say 60-ish, maybe. But really the first piece of wood it's got to overcome is this high bars close at 135.30. Okay. If it can do that, then it's opening a path upward towards 135.94. But this is the most important point that you gotta watch. I may actually sell this. Uh, um, Uh, well, no, I'm gonna put a pin in that right now. I gotta look at dollar yen first before any make any type of decision. So hang on a second. Uh, all right, hang on. Let's look at dollar yen. All right, dollar yen. Here we go. Dollar yen is also basically consolidating a little bit. Where are we in dollar yen? Dollar yen's got to hold that 147, the figure to show some strength. Uh, So it's basically consolidating. We could pop up a little bit. Sterling dollars up at resistance. Let me go back to my sterling yen. Let me go back to my sterling yen. Hang on, I got to do a little bit calculation here. Now, what I'll do is I'll look to short it if we break 198.75 again. And structural says that here's the deep dive. So let me put up a line here. Okay, the valley. Where is it? Let me get a ray. From here to here is the new valley. So if it breaks 75 again, I would look to sell it. And I put a top, a tight stop, maybe at 199.25-ish. Really, that's actually a weak stop. So I'd really put a stop above, say 35, 199.35. So I reduce my position size so I can, no problem afford that and stay within my risk parameters. So that's what I'm looking at in sterling yen right now. All right. So I'm just going to hang tight. I'm going to wait for the marketplace to tell me what it wants to do. Sterling dollar, like I said, I came over. Sterling dollar needs to recover over this 80 level to show any type of strength. If it closes down below this, most likely we're trading back down. I said here was that low, that most important low, 133.80. We got resistance coming up here. Um, I'm not going to take a straight short on cable. I think that's going to be, really dead. I'll be looking more to dollar yen. But again, dollar yen itself right now it came down to previously down to 146.90. Uh 147. Okay, hang on here a second right here. 147. 147, say 30 right here. Shit. Shoot. Okay, 147.35 is the point. Okay, if dollar yen turns down from that point, I think it's drifting lower to this low bar's close, like say 146.62. If we can hold this and get above this top, 147.90, most likely we could trade up to, I hate that term that I always use, most likely. But I don't know what else to use. But we could probably trade up to like say 148.40 again. There's resistance at 148.11. There's some big resistance at 148.11. Let's move on over to euro yen. All right, yeah, let's get rid of this. That was an excellent trade yesterday if you took it. If you didn't, well, just be on the lookout for some more of my trade calls. All right, so we drifted down to what, 171.30. Okay, so really, I'm going to go to the low bar here, right here. That's the levels got to hold right now, 171. say 80, 170, 180 right now. Okay. If we can get up through 18, we could start to show some strength, but there's heavy duty resistance at 172.67 and monster resistance right now at 173.07, 173.10. I don't have a trade call for this one right now, but I would look to see if we break down below this. I would be looking to sell any type of minor rallies up against the 172 like 20 level. That's just what I got going on. All right, so that's your daily update say for Forex with the crosses and euro dollar and everything all in one. Remember, in the description, you get yourself an ebook and a video series, and I'm also starting, the boot camp. I put 1 and 2 in the can. I'm waiting for my guys that run my website to put it up because I don't know how to do it, but it's been done. And I look forward to seeing you in that. And remember, always, always, as a short-term trader, enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.